What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 12 of our Brentford career mode, and today we're not starting off on the calendar. We are starting off on the transfer page, and that is because in between episodes I bought a player in. Now, I didn't mean to, or I didn't originally plan on it. We obviously went through the deadline day last time round, but it seems one opened up, and for free is Sergio Romero. So, goalkeeper for next year. He's in on a one-year deal, just to kind of help us transition forward. A young goalkeeper is still very much on the docket, something we want to do, but it's, you know, it's experience, a bit older. It's a free transfer. I don't have any issue with this whatsoever. He's going to be making $70K a week, probably a little bit much, but, you know, for his experience, he's going to decline eventually. But just so we can jump in quality, but also smoothly transition into a younger goalkeeper all in one go, I think Romero is a good signing. So he will be coming in the summer, and hopefully that will be in the Premier League. As for today, we've got a couple games for you. Bristol City, Cardiff, and then we have Leicester in the Cup. So we're going to get a proper test there. We just got to keep winning. Simple as that. As you can see, a win here will put us 2 points ahead of Norwich, 2 points back of Watford, which I feel will be a very common point differential from here until the end of the season. It's been very, very tight. But let's jump into this game. Brentford-Bristol. Everybody's fit. Let's go. De Silva. And De Silva can drag this forward here, and Tony's making a run, and he does well to get off the back end of the defender, and it's Tony! Oh, what a finish. What a start as well. They're not very high up the table, Bristol, but obviously every game is important at this stage of the season. And what a finish that is. What a start. Again, that run. He loves to run off the back of defenders, and that is a stunning finish. No chance whatsoever from the goalkeeper. And by the way, now that we can talk about it, these Bristol uniforms are colorful, to say the least. We'll go with colorful. Lime green pants, purple shirt, lime green collar. That is a fun one, I guess. It's a very crazy uniforms, but regardless, they haven't messed with our eyesight too much as we lead 1-0. And this goes into Tony again, and he might make it 2. He does. Wow. That's twice he's run off the back of this defender here, and it's 2-0 on 13 minutes. You cannot keep letting him do that. He's so good at the run as is, but I mean, there's no pressure. No pressure. He's just faster than the defender. That's an excellent finish to go along with it. 2 quick goals. And what a start here inside 15 minutes. De Silva does well to make space, and he finds Jensen all the way across, and that's not the pass I was looking for, but manages to hold on to it just. And that's played lovely, lovely stuff as it's Henry here, and he can slide it across. It's Tony. It's a hat trick. It's 3-0. It's a half hour gone. Threes everywhere as we take complete control of this game in the first half. I mean, defensively, they've been very, very poor, Bristol. Simple as that. There's tons of space for us. Henry gets into the box after the flick pass. Gets into the box after the flick pass. It's a tap in for Tony at the back post, and just too easy. Bad giveaway. Here's Tony. And Tony, they've just kind of let him walk through. 4-0. They're very bad at the back. I mean, you see it right there. What a start to the second half. Having a drink right before that, and they just gave it right to him, and he just kept on walking. Had time to set himself. Not only are they not great at the back, they're slow at the back. It's a wonder that this team wins any games that way. Anyone with a decent amount of pace, and it should rip through this back line, but Tony walks his way down. It's his 4th of the game. I mean, if I wasn't so intent on the idea that I'm probably going to take him off very, very soon, he might get a double hat trick. Nicely done. Here's Pinnock, and he just keeps pushing, but unfortunately his touch was just a little bit heavy after he got pushed. It's a good ball into Palmer, though, who's exhausted. Running on absolutely no energy. That's a good turn. Good ball into space. Pinnock. Oh, I thought I stepped in front properly. Good save. Excellent save from Raya. Not great defending, but he managed to make that spot. Then hammer it toward goal, and Raya was equal to it. That's a really good save as the header comes in. It's just cleared away to the top of the box. It's going to come back in. That's a good ball. That's an incredible block. Did well to get over there, and he's offside. But what a block that was to keep Bristol off the score sheet. Poor giveaway on both accounts. Oh, couldn't quite get to that. Nice ball in there. Good ball out wide. I've slid in because I thought he was going to have a shot there. He plays it back, and that's a good finish. Gets slipped out here. I really thought the shot was coming in there. Slid. It didn't come in there. And he just turns, lays it off. And this guy right here just hammers it past Ryan. It's a good finish. Our clean sheet is dead. It's not a huge issue, but, you know, we give away late goals a lot. In games that are kind of dead, I don't particularly like that. Definitely wouldn't like it if it were a real-life manager. As this comes out to Tony, and that's an incredible save. One-on-one. And once again, Tony has a chance for 5. Doesn't quite work out for him, but he'll have to just currently live with the fact that he's got 4 as it comes across to him, though. And that's a good or a good block, at least. He's played forward nicely as well. It's LEICESTER here. Played across, and now we can get that out wide to Canos, and Canos is ahead of the pack. And Canos wants a goal for himself. He's put it wide. We've had a couple of those in this second half, and we just can't finish. Get the header on. We can. Here's Tony. Nicely played by Tony there, and LEICESTER can get away here. LEICESTER, what is going on? How many of those have we had this second half? 3 or 4. Where we ought to be scoring, we just keep putting it wide of the post. Game doesn't want us to run up the score here on poor Bristol City. We've deserved to have the score run up on them. They've been very poor. As that gets slipped in behind, and Tony's on it now. And Tony this time scores with 30 seconds to go. It's his 5th. 5-star Tony. As we are going to grab a nice 3 points here. Just gets played in. That's an excellent pass beyond the line as well. They're just very slow, and they're easy to exploit in that manner. And we've done just that, as it's getting late in the season. And we need to win as many games as possible, obviously. This will take us back above Norwich, though. And it'll take us 2 points back of Watford, I believe. So 2 points back of Watford, 2 points ahead of Norwich, I believe, is the sweet spot we're in right now. 5 goals for Ivan Toney. An incredible day for him. 5-1 the final score. Nottingham Forest draw. Rotherham lose again. They were having a poor season, as you would kind of expect. It's going to be a tough one for them always. But there it is, the 2-point gap between us and Watford at the top, and then between us and Norwich in 2nd and 3rd. But we've got another game today in the league. It is going to be Cardiff, who are normally no pushover. In real life, they're normally pretty decent. They're always better in real life than they are in the game, because they have no spectacular players, really. But they're always very, very solid. But let's jump into this. It's Cardiff and Brentford. I'm going to make a change or 2. Now, obviously, I want my first team out here for this game in the league. It's more important. But I also kind of want to put a semi-strong team out for Leicester in a couple days. So I kind of want to just do it that way. We're going to get Pinnock off for the moment. Let's give Davis a run out. Give him his debut at left back. And I can give Fosu a run over here at left back. And we'll go from there. Do I want to bring anyone onto the bench? We'll bring Fours onto the bench. We'll bring Baptiste onto the bench, and we'll go from there, guys. So let's jump into this. It's Brentford, Cardiff. Let's go. Good play here by Cardiff. Kind of overloaded us here at the front. It's 1-0. A bad start as they take a 7-minute lead. They just had too many men there and just trying to cover all the gaps. It didn't happen. Is that Harry Wilson? Someone we're looking at. And as a Liverpool fan, I'm sort of annoyed he scored that for them. He had an incredible hat trick the other day. But, yeah, just too much space. They had 4-on-4. They were making good runs into the gaps. Wilson obviously found his. He's got a heck of a left foot, Harry Wilson. He's done it there. Smashed them in front. 7 minutes. Brentford, we trail 1-0. Played forward nicely. Now here's Mbuemo as his defender is backed off a little bit. And De Silva's made a run right through the middle here. And it's De Silva. It's 1-1. You cannot give him the space. He may not look it, but he has got the pace. He has got good pace for a midfielder, and he just runs into that gap, and nobody's catching him. Long strides. And he had time to pick his spot, and he buried it to level the score up here at 1-1. And there's the run from midfield. Look at the gap there. He runs into it. Number 4 is getting nowhere near him. And it is a good low finish from the midfielder. 1-1 here on 30 minutes. Back in it. Out wide from Leif Davis comes to Dalsgaard. Dalsgaard can push this forward nicely. Here's LEICESTER. De Silva gets it to Tony. It's a good touch from Tony. He can slide it back. That's a brilliant ball from Tony. It's another for De Silva, who's once again run from deep. I wish he would do that more and more and more. He's so dynamic. He's grabbed his second here, and we have turned it around here. 2-1. It's nicely done. This is a good play. And he just follows his pass. That's all he does. He follows his pass. Tony moves to the right, slides it back into that gap, and he's alone once again. They do not account for his runs from deep, and at the moment, he's killing them. His second, 2-1 on 43 minutes. Bryant. Go on to Davies. Or Davis, as that comes forward to Fosu, and that's a brilliant ball from Fosu. Good touch, and tried to drag it back the other way. Stays in play as Dalsgaard gets to it on the other side of the box. Can't quite sneak it into the middle. Play it on. We've got too many men forward here. We need a little bit of help at the back end. Get a touch. Oh, he's right in the middle here. Oh, great pass. 2-2. I knew we needed help back there. Just too many. And the problem is the midfielders, you see them up the pitch, they don't come back. Oh, I hate that. I really, really hate that. Is that Harry Wilson again? 2-2. The Cardiff man leveling it up. That is so annoying. Look, he's just standing there. Look, number 23, standing there. I hate how they don't come back into the space. Ugh. And he's just all alone at the back post. He makes no mistake with the first time finish. It's 2-2. We got to get back to cover. We just do. Coming forward again here, Cardiff. Keep on rolling. That's a nice step inside. Slipped out wide, though. Volks on it. Oh, nice cutback inside. I've stepped off with the wrong man a bunch of times, and Riot, thankfully, is there at the near post. Here's Bryant. Decent turn. And Bryant sees Tony's run. That's a brilliant, brilliant pass from Bryant. Oh, how have we not finished that? One-on-one. Tony always finishes those. I was so casual about it as well. I was just assuming that was going to fall into the corner, move its way into the corner. I mean, he's always so clinical. I can't believe we've missed that. I really cannot. Free kick in a dangerous spot here for Cardiff. Harry Wilson standing over it. Everything they've done has gone through him seemingly, and that wasn't too far past the post there. And we only have 2 minutes left here. Is there time for possibly a late winner? As Leif Davis is on it. Comes to Bryant. They're really deep, Cardiff. They've been deep in really large bunches in this game. As that comes to Tony, and that's a good tackle. And that's where them being deep was a struggle. They play 5 at the back. They have 4 in midfield, seemingly. When they're deep, it's 10 back there. And this finishes 2-2. In a game we were really better than they were. I mean, they didn't do a ton. We didn't do a ton either, but right on the edge as Watford win again and pull further forward. Oh, Watford continue to win games. They just keep on winning. We're going to be ahead of Norwich regardless of what happens, whether it's on goal difference or by 2 points or 3 points, depending on what they did in their most recent game. But we are going to be ahead, whether it's by the slimmest of margins or not. And it is. We are level with Norwich. We just have a better goal difference by a pretty large amount. So, I mean, that's what happens when you're not winning. Everyone else is just consistently winning. Norwich play Luton. They're away to Bristol. I mean, home to Sheffield Wednesday. You feel they are going to continue to win games. There's Cardiff. Away to Preston. I mean, they have some easier games. Preston's that first game in a while that's difficult. We're going to have to continue to win and win and win over our last 11 games if we are going to have to beat out one of Norwich or Watford. It's just as simple as that. They're just too good for this division. There are 3 teams probably that are just too good for this division. Let's take a look at our youth squad right now. See how everyone's developing. Goalkeeper's looking okay. Rowe and Seymour is continuing to move in a positive direction. I kind of want to put him on a development plan now. Mainly because his potential went down a couple of points. I want him deeper, but I don't want him to be a ball winner, you know, or a defensive midfielder. He's obviously very good at all that, but if I can make him into a playmaker also, that's probably what we'll do. So we'll go with deep lying playmaker for now, and we can obviously move it. Frankie Woolley looks like he's going to be pretty decent, 80 to 86. So that's put him in a pretty good spot. So we'll see going forward. But here we are. Leicester, Brentford, a winner goes into the quarterfinals. So this is nothing crazy or anything like that. I'll think about it, Charlie, but I'm just not interested in playing you necessarily. Let's jump into this. Leicester, Brentford, I may bring him in. We'll bring him onto the bench at least. See if he's ready for that. They're going to play 5 at the back, Leicester. Mendy, Tielemans, and Delaney in midfield. Weghorst and Calvert-Lewin up front. So let's bring Good onto the bench. But I think everyone else is pretty much fit. We might be able to run with our first team. I'm going to bring Roerslev right back. Kind of just want a little bit more pace there. I believe he's got a little bit more than Dalsgaard. No, not necessarily, but we're going to... Oh, well, just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're just going to... It is what it is. So let's jump into this. I think everyone's fit. I want to get Fosu here because I believe if we can get some runs, he's just a better runner. He may not be as fast, but he just feels a better runner. Let's jump into this. Brentford, Leicester. Winner goes into the quarterfinal of the FA Cup, and we have Premier League opposition. Let's go. Nicely done. Here's Calvert-Lewin. That's harsh on a free kick. Calvert-Lewin, by the way, I kind of just brushed it off because they were wearing blue. At Leicester City and not Everton is definitely different as they go to take a free kick, and it's Albrighton who's going to take it. Slides it out to Weghorst. Oh, wow. He has absolutely smashed that. Wow, wow, wow. Leicester lead before we've even touched it. Man, not the start we were looking for. That is a stunning goal. Look at the gap, though. You can't leave that gap. You got to get over quicker, but it's probably because I jumped with the wall originally. Wow. What a strike. What a strike from Weghorst. And now we have to come from behind here on the road at the King Power against a pretty strong Leicester lineup. It's going to be difficult. Janelle. One more to Tony. Nicely done. And De Silva's got to make that run. We get a little bit lucky as it comes back to him. De Silva does brilliantly. Slides it back. Tony! Oh, it's just past the post. It's a defender who's gotten a touch on that. Whether he got the block in or he just kicked it out of play, I'm not so sure. But it's very, very close to being an equalizer on our end. Nicely done. Oh, come on. Thought we had that tackle down. Sveghorst. Done well to turn. 2. Come on. It's Calvert-Lewin with the goal. I really thought we had taken that away. The England striker makes it 2-0 to the Foxes. Not ideal. Gets played on here. Thought we had it there. We should have. Gets played back in the end. Can't get across in time to block it away. And Calvert-Lewin makes it 2-0. These are the types of games we're going to be in next year, should we get promoted. We're going to have to be just a little bit better. Justin. Oh, I thought we stepped in front of him. Veghorst. He's turned in. How has he turned inside? It's 3-0. I mean, this gets played in. And, come on. I hate when you hold the left trigger there to kind of jockey without the fake ridiculous jockeying. And you just have to kind of just stay there. When you're trying to force your way in, you kind of just stand there. That's what's happened. And Leicester may have killed this game off before halftime. It's Veghorst's second. It's 3-0, 42 minutes gone, and we're struggling here. They're doing their little offside trap stuff, but they got the 5 at the back and the 3 in the middle. It's getting difficult to break down. Nice take. Gets played out nicely, and it comes forward to Tony, and this is the first time we've gotten in behind the Leicester defense. Oh, good save. Schmeichel doing well. That's the first time we've played our way behind the Leicester defense, really, as the corner comes in. Not going to get the header on there. Comes out to Mbuemo. Where are all of you guys going? Comes to Good, who I bought on at halftime. Roslev back inside, and Mbuemo loses out. It's a good tackle, really. Had a couple chances early this second half as Calvert-Lewin is through on goal here. It's 4. You got to be clinical against these teams. They've barely had a touch in the first 15 minutes of this second half, and they've added to their lead. We've had a chance or two. Just a couple of, missed passes or a couple bad touches, and, we could have 1 or 2, but he immediately goes back the other way, and you see why we are going to need pace at the next level should we get there. I mean, Calvert-Lewin and Veghorst are not pacey strikers. I mean, comparatively, definitely Calvert-Lewin. I mean, he's got some pace about him. He's just not very quick for what the level is. He's one of the slower players for what the level is in terms of, that space. I mean, you're going to get players, Salah, Mane, Jesus. I mean, they are some pacey players as they have a 5th. Man, we are getting humbled here. Just a little bit. Flying high in the championship, you see the gap. You see the gap we are going to have to make up at the next level. Calvert-Lewin does well. That's a great ball, and Delaney just gets there ahead of everyone. It's a perfect pass. Slams it at the near post. Kind of want this game to be over. I was excited to play, a top-end Premier League side in the FA Cup. Anything could happen on a one-game basis. And anything can happen as we are getting absolutely rocked. Nice play. Comes out to Tony. Nicely done. That's a good take. LEICESTER, can he slide it in there? And Tony's going to get to it. And he's going to grab himself a goal. Pulled one back with 20 minutes to go. Is the incredible comeback on? We'll have to see, I suppose. But Tony gets his goal against Premier League opposition. It's a good ball in here. You can get a little bit lucky as it falls there, though I wanted the ball to go there in the first place, so I'm not too upset. Just gets touched into his path. He's all alone there. He makes no mistake. One of his only sights at goal all game. Finished it off, but we need 4 more in the last 20 minutes. Nice take. Nice turn. One more. Nicely done. What a touch there by Mbuemo. Mbuemo, he grabs one. Another late consolation. Mbuemo did really well there. No, it's not going to matter for nothing, but Embuemo, you know, anytime we can get him a goal is good, and he's done well. He's done really well. He gets put in. Tony gets to him. It's a nice touch. Really good touch to just take it by Soyuncu, I believe. He holds off Fofana as well. And he does well to power it past Schmeichel, just low and away. It is a good goal, though just a consolation. Nicely played. Here's LEICESTER. And he is going to drag this forward. And Tony's going to get onto this. It's a bit wide, but Tony goes for the chip. That's a stunning finish. It's going to finish 5-3. Where was this earlier? Leicester have kind of taken their foot off the gas. Tony with an incredible finish. As Schmeichel feigned to come out, but he came out a little bit too much. This is a good ball out to Tony. I know, that's a lovely chip. Right over Schmeichel into the back of the net. You know, we had a couple chances in-game where we just didn't finish it off. Waited till too late to become clinical. We were clinical earlier on in the game. You know, it's more of a game. It's not 3-0. It's 3-1 or 3-2. Once it became 4-0, it became sort of just a training exercise for Leicester, who will be disappointed with how their last couple of minutes went. But they move on to the quarterfinal. We bow out here against a good side. Let's be completely honest. This is still a very large gap we've got here to overcome, but humbled for a little bit there at 5-0 as Norwich beat Chelsea out. Tottenham are gone. Arsenal are level with Spurs going to extra time. And Fulham did beat Arsenal there. Arsenal were level with Fulham, not Spurs. And Watford go through as well. So the two teams ahead of us just keep showing us up just a little bit. Though we're ahead of Norwich, I suppose. Next episode, though. We have some more games. We're getting close to the end of this season. As... what is there? 11 games left, and we're out of tournaments. So, I mean, 11 games left is possibly 3 episodes. We have Preston, Millwall, and Birmingham next episode. We'll also sim the Wickham game. And then we have Blackburn, Luton, Swansea, Derby, Stoke. And then we'll sim Coventry probably, and then Queen's Park. Or depending on how the season goes down to the wire, we may get all 4. And it depends, but looks like only 3 more episodes left until the end of the season, guys. But that is going to be it. I hope you folks, of course, have enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. And peace.